Megan, and today I have a special guest who's going to tell you an awesome story. So go ahead.
Hey, my name is Bilaps Omido Kamau. I grew up in Kenya in a town called Kisumu. It was a slum, and growing up there was good, but also everything wasn't very okay. I have 4 siblings. I also have 2 parents. We had a very small house, like 9 feet by 20 feet, and sometimes getting food was one of the hardest things. My parents never had a permanent job, so my dad used to ride a bicycle. So he used to call boda boda, carrying people from one area to another. People would pay 20 cents and sometimes 30 cents. So in a day, would make around $4. My mom used to sell charcoal, so I used to help my mom sell that charcoal by the roadside. I didn't like it because it was one of the dirtiest jobs. It never paid so much well. My dad also used to work at night as a security guard, and he used to be paid $30 a month. And so he had to make sure that we had food on the table. He had to make sure that we had clothes, and the rent was paid. Yeah. But I got sponsored when I was 9 years old. And so one day my dad takes me to the local church. It was on a Friday, and I find many other kids, more than 300 kids, and they took our photographs. Little did I know that day was going to be one of the most exciting moments in my life. So 15 years later, here I am, and I'm glad because I was sponsored by Compassion. Some of the things that happened, now back in Nyalenda where we come from, we don't have water in our houses. Like any other place you can find, maybe in a house there are 4 or 5 spots of water, but in Nyalenda, 30 to 50 houses share one tap of water. I lost many of my friends to drugs, and some of them became thieves because they didn't have any other means to survive. But thank God I was sponsored by Compassion. Some of the things that my sponsors did to me was buy me a Bible when I got saved at a Compassion project at the age of 13, and that really changed a lot of things. I had a void in my heart, and I had some bitterness and some anger. I didn't really understand why we were born poor. I didn't really understand why my parents could not afford some of the things that I really wanted in life. I can remember when I was going, I used to go to school during break time and during lunchtime. My friends used to have some snacks, and they had lunch to eat. But that time I didn't have anything to put in my stomach because I didn't have money. It was one of the hardest things. But there's one thing that I had hope in, and that was education. So my parents told me, if there's anything that you can ever do, is to work hard and just make sure that you go to the university, and that is going to change a lot of things. Yeah. So some of the things that also happened is I became sick at the age of 12 and 13. I had bronchitis. My sister was sick from cerebral malaria, and if it was not for my sponsors who paid for the medical bills, I don't know what would have really happened. So they paid for my school fees, bought me clothes, and so we used to go to the Compassion Project, and we used to be given food, and 2 times a month, and that is the food that I could take home, and my parents would cook and would share the same food with my siblings. Right now, I am at the University of Nairobi. I study architecture, and I'm about to graduate this August 2015, and I want to go back for my second degree the same year in September. I go back for 2 more years, and yeah, I see what God is able to do with my degree. One of my biggest dreams, since someone stepped into my life when I was hopeless and made me to dream again, I want to put up the biggest talent academy in the world. Yeah, biggest talent academy. It is going to be in Kenya. I want many children that have got talent, have got potential in art, to just go to that school, and if they're in poverty, I want them to be released from poverty the same way somebody did through. So Compassion has changed a lot of things in my life, and I'm glad to be here.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep.
So one day, when I get older, because I'm only 15,
Yeah.
when I get older, I'm going to help you make your dream come true.
Thank you.
It's going to be my goal, and it's going to happen.
Thank
okay?
you.
And this video is proof that I made that promise. It will happen when I'm older and
Good.
I have money.
Thank you. Come to Kenya. You're welcome to Kenya. You never know. Right now what I'm thinking about is I've started drawing the plans and the design of how the school should look like. It's going to be a very big campus. My dream is if it can have over 1,000 students per year, it can be something very good. So I just want to invite the whole world to support the dream and just make sure that we make this world a better place. One of the things that you can do is sponsor a child through Compassion. Just go to the Compassion website, compassioninternational.org. Go there, select a child, sponsor a child for only $38 a month. That will be able to give food, clothes, medical services, and school fees, and just making sure that child goes to school, and a lot of things will change. But the beautiful thing is that Compassion releases a child from poverty in Jesus' name. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good.
So, this was my special guest, and thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope it inspired you to do something in the future. If not, watch the video again until it inspires you to do so.
Yes.
So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time I make a video. I don't know when next
And
time.
subscribe.
Yes, subscribe.
Thank you.
Bye.